Mamuna Kwaba at the Bank Association. Tifuna, and Yanum, I before at Nasi, at Palma, a year NDC, Manukun, Tifu, and Yansam Kitua, based on a year Bosha, Moshe, and I see currently, Yama Ekosu, our year Ghana Memuhasi. The Tifu for a baby a trim kaka, a sister John Dramani Mahama, a brown or a company, I didn't see Bernard to gra, and I've seen him say, NDC, Manukun Susa, at na a position for the past 8 years, to which Mr. No near Brepa, which Mr. Quambi on the first one. On be winning the December 7th general election biano on be fasa ekwan so enu tete for bosh be na no mo ka chenu anu ma igbefu no mo promise on so mo ba bosh mo shey na ne nyamom kai na on be di super pepe na so esi am ne mo ka se currently ohwe asema ekos Volta originative for tidal waves how mo pa yi anya asem keto ana flooding hu se sema ekos no anya asem keto na ayesese John Dramani Mahama sentin MPP amanyuku na ya de betumi abo mene abo machine to mo sipe na se NDC maniko ne ba o ma ba bo am ana fesun tidal waves home communities ni na no o mo bo metu abo na se na agbefo no nua na agbefo yi betumi enya o mo baby papa ada asaso atan bia adwoma na so masum adwom na so siam ne mo ka se dietifo ss John Dramani Mahama ani NDC aban no o mo suma nkrofo wa kwohwe tidal waves ne flood na eku nuanom aigbefu na sensemi die ayem bo mom so sound o manu abegim na SMBP no yakona godi sensemu ntwemu mbramda mu ina
arrogant braggarts who have simply scammed their way into government. That's all. And that is why you see the people speaking. I mean, he's right. This is not the first tax or levy the people of this country are paying. We are already paying and we keep paying and they will add more, we'll pay. But the reason why the people will speak up against this is because you came to tell them A and you are doing B. You betrayed their trust. The fiduciary relationship that the NDC built with the people of this country while they were in opposition, the big talk, the plenty grammar, all the blabbing they did, knowing the gravity of the issues at hand, and they said they have solutions, and they were emphatic. They said, we will solve this without burdening you with additional tax. In fact, the finance minister in his budget, I think paid 264 or so, the 2025 budget, actually mentioned ссrèak and all the reviews, but it went ahead to indicate that they are not going to add anything. The finance minister is caught on tape at his veteran when he was asked that all these plenty things you are saying your government will do. When you come to office, you are at the same time saying you remove this tax, you remove this tax, you remove this tax. How are you going to do these things? He said, in this country, I have studied the economy of this country for a very long time, and I do not need to add new revenue handles to be able to deal with the issues.
He said you do not necessarily.
Yes. That's what he said.
That's a caveat.
No, but the context is important. The context was specifically, you are removing all these taxes. You are making all these promises. How are you going to deal with the gap? He said, don't worry. I have studied this for a very long time. I would emphasize on compliance to make up for the money. He even went on to talk about all these tax refunds, which he said that if he deals with the tax refunds by reducing it from 6% to 4%, the amount of money he will make is far more than all the taxes he's removing. That is the reason why the people are talking. And when we talk, you tell us to shut up, and you are taking us to history and giving us historical background about how debt came about. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why? We go to bed on Tuesday. We go to sleep on Tuesday. Wake up Wednesday morning with a 4 cedi 50 pesos on every gallon of petrol we buy in this country. And you're telling us we should keep quiet because I'm MPP, because I squeeze banana into my vehicle? Why do you think the MPP lost the elections by the margin with which we lost? It is because you told the people that you won't do this to them. If the people knew you were going to remove e-levy, remove non-existent, what I mean non-existent, I mean nobody paid, emission tax, and ask for claps and applause, and bring them 4 cedi 50 pesos per gallon 2 months later, you think they'll be clapping for you? You went to squeeze the hands of GPRTU and force them to reduce transport fares by 15%, telling them about how you have brought the cedi you up and brought dollar up, for which reason fuel prices have come down and so they should remove it, knowing very well that you have already prepared your memorandum for a 4 cedi 50 pesos on a gallon of fuel. That is dishonesty. That is leadership of insincerity. If the GPRTU knew there was a 4 cedi 50 pesos per gallon coming, Samson, they would not have agreed to the 15%. At best, they would have dealt with another percentage, maybe lower than 15%. Today, as we speak, an Uber driver who is using a VIT car is paying close to 42 cedis every day to government for free. And you are saying we shouldn't talk about it? And then you come and tell us that, oh no, we have reduced burden. We have given you gold on the street of Ghana, and so now we can afford to slap all manner of levy on you. And then they keep lying. Oh, when we when we came to power, fuel prices were 17 cedis. That's a complete falsehood. As a matter of fact, when we are speaking to these things, let's speak to facts. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo handed over to power to the NDC with fuel at 14 cedis 99 pesos. That is the fact. On 7 January, I have it here. This is Govt. Star Oil is here.
What?
Is here. Is here.
What for?
Is here. Is here. It's here. See there, you can read it. Thursday, 2nd January 2025.
See there, read the whole thing. What for?
Super XP 14.99.
Yeah,
Diesel XP 15.60. Super XP 95. The 15.60.
What is the price now?
But what's the price of Super XP?
Now.
What's the price of Super XP now? Tell me. Is it 17 cedis? Was it 17 cedis?
No, what is the price now?
No, hold on. You see, and again, Phyllis, stop interjecting me. Write your notes like I did, and I'll speak to it. The fact is that you have been peddling falsehood. Even this morning, you've done it. Nobody was buying fuel at 17 cedis.
Nobody ever bought fuel at 17 cedis under the MPP. Is that what you are saying?
Sam said, are you going to allow this?
So context is important.
Yeah.
No, but nobody bought fuel at 17 cedis at the time
nobody bought fuel at 17 cedis under the MPP.
He's qualified. He's qualified
So then,
at the time they handed over power.
So where is the lie?
But
Didn't you ever buy fuel at 17 cedis under the MPP?
Thank you. Hold on. Yes, Dennis.
See, we cannot allow the people we pay with our taxes to mislead the public. The fact is that you took over power with fuel at 14 cedis, not 17 cedis. That is
But
fact.
I didn't say we took over
Can
power
I just
with
speak
fuel at
and you
17.
make your notes?
But you are putting words into my mouth.
Can I just speak and you make your notes?
All right.
When you get the chance, you see, now you've taken close to about 2 minutes of my time.
No, he
interjecting.
hasn't.
No, it's true. I've done 6
I
minutes.
It hasn't
done
taken
that.
2 minutes.
It's wrong. Don't do
haven't
that.
done that.
Because I could do that to you.
I have never.
So you see, you never took. So what NDC have actually done is that today I look at Govt and Star Oil, and I realize that Govt is selling Super XP at 12 cedis 52 pesos. It was 14 cedis 99 pesos. In actual sense, it's 2 cedis and about some pesos that the NDC have brought fuel down. That is the truth. That is the truth. But the whole week they've been peddling that falsehood of 17 cedis and they brought it to 12 cedis. That is false. And I think it's important to situate it in that context. Number 2, you don't come and tell us that because in your view, you have reduced burdens on us, you can decide to wake up in the middle of the night without consulting us and slap any taxes you want on us and we should keep quiet. That will not happen. As we speak today, between January and now, cement prices have gone up by about 45 cedis. 45 Ghana cedis, Samson. That is the burden you have reduced. Tomatoes, which you did politics with, which was costing about 2 for 10 cedis, is today costing 1 for 10 cedis. Texpo market, Malata market right here. That is the burden you have reduced. Iron rods are skyrocketing. That is the burden you have reduced. And when you ask them to show evidence of the impact of the appreciation of the dollar, do you know what they do? They point you to the glamour stores on Spintex, East Legon, Cantonment, and Laboni. And they show you banners of these shops who are selling sofas for $60,000 and $70,000, who have reduced their prices and tell you that that is Ghanaian burden reduced. You and I know in this country something. Everybody watching us know. And this is a very serious matter. We're not going to allow this government to basically gaslight us and get away with it. You know that in this country, what truly affects prices of the day-to-day Ghanaian is fuel.
Correct.
That is the truth.
It affects everything.
So we were all happy. Was I not here when I even applauded this government and I said that I am not one of the people who would say that any other person is responsible for the dollar appreciation other than the government. You are there. It's like being in a football match, whether you coach the team right or not. When they win, it's your win. So they should take that credit. But of what you